So, have you ever looked around at work and thought to yourself, how did that person get promoted so fast? Or even worse, what am I doing wrong? If you're introverted, you might feel like you're doing everything right, delivering results, staying steady in chaos, leading quietly, and still promotions pass you by. You're not imagining it. Research shows that introverts receive 28% fewer promotions despite equal or better performance ratings and earn an average of $10,000 less per year than their extroverted peers with comparable roles and experience. And without appropriate assertiveness, we introverts often see others get credit for our contributions. How awful is that? Today, we're going to talk about why that happens, and more importantly, what you can do to be seen, valued, and even promoted, all in ways that tap into your innate strengths. I'm Stacey Chazen, founder of the I Factor. I help introverted professionals build influence, visibility, and leadership presence on their own terms. Because when you lead in ways that align with how you're wired, everything changes: your confidence, your clarity, and your career trajectory. Let's start with what's really going on. There are three reasons introverts get overlooked, and none of them has to do with talent. One, visibility bias. Many workplaces still equate talking with leading. If you're quick to speak, always on, and visibly assertive, you're seen as ready. But introverts, we tend to pause. We think, we speak with purpose. That's presence, not absence. But in fast moving environments, that pause gets misunderstood and the moment can pass you by. The second reason, quiet gets misread. When you're silent in a meeting, it's usually because you're processing, right? But others may interpret that as disengaged, unprepared, or uncertain. A study by CPP Inc. actually found that introverts are often perceived as less motivated, even when they're deeply engaged. And the third reason, self advocacy feels icky to us. Talking about your accomplishments, highlighting your contributions, for many introverts, myself included, that feels awkward or even inauthentic. So we keep our heads down and hope the work speaks for itself. But here's the truth: your work needs a voice. And if it doesn't have yours, someone else's voice might shape how it's seen. So, what can you do without changing who you are? Here's the good news: you don't need to fake it, shout, or shapeshift. You just need to reframe how you show up, strategically and sustainably. Let me walk you through 3 shifts I teach my clients. Shift number 1: name it so you can claim it. Start by naming your value out loud to yourself. Why? Because when you can clearly articulate your strengths, you build the confidence to advocate for yourself, and others start to mirror that language. As introverts, we're great at spotting strengths in others, but we often overlook our own. And that silence can cost us visibility and opportunity. So ask yourself, what do I consistently bring to the table? What do people count on me for, even if they don't say it? Maybe you bring calm to chaotic situations. Maybe you spot patterns that other people miss. And chances are you're really good at building trust through follow through and creating clarity when there's confusion. These aren't soft skills, they're strategic leadership traits. Write it down, say it out loud, because once you can name it, you help others see it too. Shift number 2: practice intentional visibility. Visibility doesn't mean you need to be everywhere. It means being seen for what matters. So try this. In a one-on-one meeting, say something like, here's something I contributed this week that made a difference. In a meeting with others, you could say, here's the takeaway I'm seeing and one possible next step. And in your next performance review, link your results to impact. This isn't self-promotion, it's storytelling with a purpose. Shift number 3, build strategic advocates. Leadership doesn't happen in isolation. You need people who see your value and are willing to speak your name in rooms you're not. Start small. Think about one colleague who values your thinking, one manager who appreciates your reliability, or a mentor who's in a position to elevate your voice. Then ask yourself, or ask them, can I run something by you? Would you be open to sharing feedback I can use in my next review? Visibility grows from relationship, one conversation at a time. So, yes, introverts are often overlooked, but not because we're lacking. It's because the spotlight was never designed for people like us. And that doesn't mean we have to change. It means we have to own our presence in a way that feels real. So, here's your introvert power practice for this week. Write your quiet leadership statement. What does this mean? It means in 2 to 3 sentences, describe a strength you lead with, a recent moment where it showed up, and the impact it had. It might sound something like, I bring steadiness during change. In our last transition, I focused on active listening during team check-ins, which helped uncover miscommunications early and build the trust we needed the most. Say it out loud, use it in your next check-in. This is how quiet leaders like us get recognized. If this helps shift how you see yourself, hit like and subscribe. Every week I share tools to help introverted professionals lead, speak, and succeed by being more of who they are, not less. Until next time, power on.